Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include: we took our cameras up to see what changes have been made at the new healthcare facility since we last visited. The Lions Club are planning a winter carnival. Plans are also in the works for the Lions' annual snowmobile trip. BBS, along with West Viking College, will be offering adult basic education on the community channel. And more, so please stay tuned.
Eat well, be active, feel good about yourself. It's fun. It's vitality.
Even though many types of blindness can be prevented, thousands of people lose their sight every year. The reason? They ignore the danger signs. Signs like blurred vision, eye pain, and excessive tearing. And then, before they know it, vision loss has set in. Don't be on a collision course with blindness. Learn the danger signs and protect your sight. A message brought to you by Lions Clubs International.
A few years back, a winter carnival was held in Burgeo, which seemed to be a pretty good success. However, after that carnival, another carnival was not held. Until this year, that is. Plans are in the makings now for a winter carnival for 1993. I contacted Ed Strickland, chairman of the Lions Winter Carnival Committee. He informed me that the winter carnival is being planned for the week of February 15th to the 21st. However, the winter carnival will kick off on February 14th when a Miss Winter Carnival pageant will be held at St. John Central High School, similar to the pageant that was held for Miss Comomere. Some of the activities planned for the Winter Carnival include a cribbage tournament on Monday night, February 15th, men's mixed doubles darts on Wednesday the 17th, on Thursday night, February 18th, mixed darts are planned, and on Friday, February 19th, there will be a preteen and teenage dance. On Saturday afternoon, games similar to those at the summer fair are planned in the community center, followed by bingo that evening, and a talent show that night. On Sunday, there will be various contests such as log sawing, tug of war, etc. In addition to these activities, there will be a coloring contest for primary and preschool children and judging of snow sculptures. There are also some other activities still in the planning stages. Also, the Lioness have some projects planned, and the Recreation Committee are planning ski marathons. If there is anyone out there with any other ideas, please feel free to contact Ed Strickland or any other committee member. The canteen and Lions bar services will be available throughout the Winter Carnival, so everyone is encouraged to get out and take part. We will be keeping you updated on the progress and the plans as they are made for this year's Winter Carnival. The clips that you've been watching are from the last Winter Carnival that was held here in Burgeo. As you can see, there were a number of people that got out and made snow sculptures for the judging that year. Hopefully there will be as many, if not more, for this year's Winter Carnival. The Lions Annual Snowmobile Trip Committee are also busy making plans for this year's annual snowmobile trip. Plans are underway for the Lions' 5th annual snowmobile trip. If the weather doesn't play a factor, this trip is scheduled to go off on March the 6th. First 2 trips we made were to Hope Brook Gold Mine. Third trip we made was to Grand Brit, and last year's trip was to Top Pond. Well, this year the trip is planned to the hydro site at Burnt Dam. Pledge sheets for this trip should be in the town hall in the near future. The Lions Snowmobile Trip Committee are going to keep us posted on the happenings and the planning for this trip.
That biggie off there with 4 lines there? Yeah. One there. Keep that to the left. Good travel on that one, right?
As the snowmobiling season gets in full swing, the Burgeo RCMP brought in a list of snowmobiling safety rules that should be followed. Snowmobile Safety Basics. After you've been snowmobiling for a few years, there is a tendency to ignore safety precautions and take shortcuts. These snowmobiling safety basics may help you this winter. Be prepared. Key service checks should be made prior to sitting out. Fuel system, lights, track, drive belt, and steering system should be in good condition. Make sure that the owner's manual is in your sled storage compartment for quick reference. On any trip, long or short, carry an extra drive belt, spark plugs, and tools to make minor repairs and adjustments. Some wooden matches and candy bars may also come in handy. Planning a long trip? Tell a responsible person where you are going and when you expect to return. Most important, don't sit out alone. Use the buddy system to be sure of assistance in case of an accident. Safe driving procedures. Come to a complete stop at paths and highway crossings. Stay off railroad right-of-ways. Be familiar with all provincial and local regulations. Keep your feet on the footrests of your snowmobile. Dragging a foot when turning a corner can lead to injury. Watch for snow-covered rocks and logs, fence posts, and stumps. Stay on established trails when possible, and don't travel on private property without permission. Groomed trails are free of fences, guy wires, thin ice, overhanging limbs, and other hazards. Avoid ski slopes, precarious drifts, thin ice, and steep side hills. Unnecessary jumping, passing on narrow trails, and intentional spins on ice cause many snowmobile accidents. Never cut across another snowmobiler's path. When traveling with a group, use hand signals to let the person behind you know your intentions. Stay a safe distance beyond the sled in front of you in case the driver has to stop suddenly. Stay warm. Wear multiple layers of clothing to trap insulating air inside. Clothing should be specifically designed for snowmobiling. Avoid scarves and loose belts that may be snagged by trees, limbs, or moving parts of the sled. Always wear a safety helmet. Protect your face and eyes with a helmet shield or with goggles. Heed these safety suggestions. Make snowmobiling fun for everyone by being safety-wise and cautious. Work is now back to normal at the new healthcare facility after a break for the Christmas holidays. We took our cameras up again this week to see what changes have been made since we last visited. This particular room is a one-bed chronic care room. As you can see, this room is pretty well complete. Most of the equipment has been installed in the bathrooms, such as soap dishes, mirrors, handrails, soap dispensers, etc. As well, the floors in most of the bathrooms are completed. This particular room is a 2-bed chronic care room. These rooms are much similar to the 1-bed unit, only thing they're a little larger in size. As you can see, most of the doors are also installed in this area. This is the corridor in the chronic care wing of the new healthcare facility. As you can see, the fluorescent lights are up and in operation in that area. As well, most of the T-bar is in place for the ceiling tiles. This is the lounge for the chronic care patients. This room as well is pretty much completed. It's now being used to store some materials. This room is going to be one of the doctor's offices. And right next to the doctor's offices are examining rooms, such as this one. The room on the other side of this cube glass is the administration area. We're currently in the waiting area of the hospital. As you can see, the floor is being done in this section as well. Okay, this area here is going to be the reception area. Now we're inside what's going to be the hair salon in the new healthcare facility. The hair salon is divided from the waiting area by a block glass wall. As you can see, there are windows from the waiting area into the hall. And across from the hair salon, we can see the gift shop. As you can see, the painters are still busy painting the walls. Along this corridor, there are some more offices. This room is one of the 2-bed holding units. This is where a patient will be kept until they get transferred to Cornerbrook in the event of an emergency. Along this corridor is the staff lounges, as well as their locker rooms. Okay, this room is going to be the laundry room. Now we run into the area where the electrical and mechanical work is. This is the electrical room. As you can see, there are a lot of panels. As you can tell by the number of panels, a lot of wiring has gone into this new healthcare facility. In addition to these panels, there are panels throughout the facility. This room is the generator room in case of a power failure. And this room holds a lot of the mechanical equipment. Around the same time that work resumed on the new healthcare facility, work also resumed on the seniors complex after Christmas. Workers are busy now installing gyprock in the building. We went up and got a look at what the apartments are going to look like. When we arrived at the seniors complex, some workers were busy unloading a truckload of gyprock. The gyprock is being stored in what will be the lounge. Also, adjacent to the lounge is the laundry room and a kitchenette. This is one of the corridors where the apartments are located. This is one of the apartments that they're preparing to put the gyprock up in now. This is a 2-bedroom apartment. As you can see, the walls are insulated for privacy. This is the living room in one of the apartments that has been finished with the gyprock. I was informed that plastering of this apartment should be getting started either today or tomorrow. This area here now is going to be the kitchen area. We're now entering the bedroom. Although you can't see it very well because it's not that light, this area is going to be the bathroom. And there's a fair-sized storage room as well. This particular end of the building is completed. All the siding has been put on and the eaves are finished. I was informed that the rest of the building outside should be finished within the next few weeks. As you can see, since we last visited, all the windows in the building have been changed.
In Nepal, children care for children while their parents must work to grow food. USC Canada works with Nepali partners building daycare centers and schools. Here, children develop skills to begin building better lives for themselves and their families. USC Canada, building tomorrow, today. I'm Bruce Coburn for USC Canada, 56 Spark Street, Ottawa.
For almost a century, there's been a group of people working hard for Canada, fighting for this country. Now they are uniting to keep Canada together. The Royal Canadian Legion supports Canadian unity.
Another councillor is going to be hired on at the Canada Employment Outreach Office here in Burgeo to help those fishermen that are interested in retraining. Sometime next week, a position should be posted for an outreach worker counselor at the local outreach office. This person should be on staff by February. The successful applicant will receive a 2-week training, and they'll be hired to deal with plant workers that are interested in retraining. Also, a career exploration for youth program should be beginning around the first part of February. This is for youth ages 16 to 24 to help them determine which career to pursue. Approximately 30 applications were received for this course. Unfortunately, however, only 12 seats are available, and the final selection will be made within the next week or so. A large number of people have shown interest at the outreach office in pursuing some type of career. I guess a lot of people are realizing the importance of education. West Viking College received approval last week for an adult basic education program that they are planning on offering through the services that are offered here at BBS. West Viking College introduces TV education program. Education in the home has long been a dream of science fiction writers and movie makers. For adult basic education students in Burgeo, technology is bringing the dream closer to reality. Live TV broadcasts and classroom teaching has been combined to create a unique and modern community education initiative here in Burgeo. The initiative, pioneered by West Viking College and Burgeo Broadcasting System, is financed with the assistance of a $28,500 grant from Partnerships in Literacy. The range of activities that can be offered through this project are limited only by the imagination of the parties involved, said Cyril Organ, Program Development Officer with West Viking College in Bay St. George. A full range of adult basic education programming will be offered live through BBS's Community Channel 10. Broadcasts will be formatted to reflect the needs of registered students who can't attend regular classes. Adult basic education instructors will conduct live instruction in the studio, offering an exciting alternative to the conventional teaching. For instance, a student struggling on a math problem at home can call our studio and speak live with the instructor. The instructor can help the student solve the problem, allowing the student to see the process on the TV screen. The student can question the instructor at any point. Students taking adult basic education science courses can watch the series of science videotapes recently produced by West Viking College. This 36-tape series focuses on the specific scientific concepts, and each tape is 18 to 20 minutes in length. After broadcast, the instructor can hold a live question and answer session. The West Viking BBS project is not a replacement for existing adult basic education, but it broadens the reach of adult basic education. Students must still register for certification and are still required to pay tuition fees for Level 3. Students must complete necessary tests and assignments before they are given credit. Programming formats will reflect the needs and schedules of students. Panel discussions, career counseling, and visits from accountants at tax time are all potential options. Students and other viewers are encouraged to suggest activities. West Viking College recently obtained broadcast rights for the Learn to Read series, part of which you are currently viewing, and will air this series to accompany traditional IBE Level 1 instruction. The print materials for this video series will be available at the BBS office in Burgeo. Learn to Read allows adults to follow the series in the privacy of their own homes. All viewers are encouraged to tune into programs and participate in this bold new experiment. For more information, call Cyril Organ at 643-7717 or Claude Strickland at 886-2935. Cyril Organ, Program Development Officer with West Viking College, will be in Burgeo next week. Hopefully we will be having an interview with him at that time. We've got pretty much a full lineup of playbacks scheduled for next week. They include tune in tomorrow night for David Attenberg's The Trials of Life series. We'll be showing you the first of a 12-tape series Tape number 1 is on recording. Tune in on Tuesday night at 7 when we'll be showing you a video made by the Burgeo Boy Scouts. This video is of the Piping Plover and of their trip up to Granny's Brook. And on Wednesday night after bingo, we'll be showing you the LOL's New Year's Day Parade. And on Thursday, we'll be showing you a film that we have courtesy of the RCMP entitled Snow Angels. And of course, on Saturday morning, everyone's furry little friend Pansy, along with Karen and Aaron, will be here with story time at 11 a.m. Please tune in. In addition to the playbacks we have scheduled for this week, we have a full lineup for next week as well.
The horrors of war. I'm Cliff Chatterton of the War Amps. Those of us who experienced war firsthand have a message for all Canadians. Never again. Never again must we risk global conflict. A military deterrent if necessary, but we must prevent war. Call this toll-free number to borrow our Never Again video series. This has been a message from the War Amputations of Canada.
Just the thought of losing you brings out my love so true. Hurting you is the last thing I would ever do. I'm taking care of you.
Do a good turn for the earth. A community service thought from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Community events. The Lioness TV bingo held on Wednesday night was won by Gladys Sims. The Ski Club will be having a TV bingo on Wednesday. Cards are $1 each or 6 for $5 and are available from any Ski Club member or in most stores around town. 1993 angling season. The 1993 angling season for non-scheduled waters are as follows. Rainbow trout opens on May 29th and closes on September 12th. All other trout open on January 16th and close on September 12th. While ice fishing, only 3 lines can be fished at any one time. These lines must be closely and constantly attended by the angler. The Hockey Moms will be opening the canteen again this year during general skating on Saturday and Sunday evenings. General skaters. Effective immediately, the following rules will be in place for all general skating sessions. There will be a fee of 25 cents per skater per session. In the interest of safety, there will be no sticks, no throwing snowballs, no playing catcher, or no other horseplay during the general skating sessions. General skating will be very closely monitored, and failure to follow these rules will result in a person being barred from further general skating on the rink. That's from the Rink Committee of the Burgeo Lions Club. Applications are still being received from seniors seeking accommodations at the 14 Apartment Senior Center currently under construction at Burgeo, with completion scheduled for April 30th. Address all applications or inquiries to the Burgeo Senior Citizens Housing Corporation, care of Edward Vatcher, General Delivery, Burgeo, Newfoundland, A0M1A0. For additional information, please call 886-2867 or one of the committee members. Those who have already applied need not reapply. Well, that's it for tonight's show. Please stay tuned now for some telethon entertainment that was filmed for our telethon in 1991. On behalf of BBS and all the BBS volunteers, I'm Dave Cooper. Have a great week. See you next week. Good night.